This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Unette Gentry. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. Today's news is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New service and repair. Call Gunny's 775-727-6800.
Welcome to News 25 here on KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Unette Gentry. It is Thursday, March 16th.
Well, if you rent an apartment, does that automatically mean you're low income? Do rentals bring crime and drugs to the area? Well, not according to calls dispatched from the Nye County Sheriff's Office to the Dandelion Apartments, which have Section 8 housing. Deputies aren't dispatched to that area often. And why does that come up on the Board of County Commissioners' agendas so much when the item comes up for low-income housing on apartments? Last night, an item was brought up to the Regional Planning Commission, and this wasn't even for low-income or affordable housing. That happened, and the item was voted against 5-0.
Once again, another opportunity for rentals to be built has been shot down by the Regional Planning Commission. Although it was approved by the Nye County Building and Planning Department, the owner of the property proposed to develop the properties on North Blagg near Simpkins with a 29 single-story apartment building totaling 159 units. The Regional Planning Commission voted 5-0 against the plan after many area residents spoke at the Regional Planning Commission meeting on Wednesday night. The property owner met all the requirements to build on this property. Although this is not a low-income or Section 8 housing project, most of the comments were focused on the effects low-income or Section 8 would have on the area.
This is not intended for Section 8 or public housing. This is supposed to be for affordable housing, affordable being that they're 1 and 2 bedroom units. The smaller units they're able to do at a lower price. So it's not specifically for like I said, the public housing or Section 8. The sheriff commented on how many people come in. It is going to be at least 300 and some people total. He said more than that. Just to clarify, 1 and 2 bedroom units, you wouldn't average 3 people for a 1 bedroom unit. You'd be about 1.5. You probably wouldn't average 3 people for a 2 bedroom. It'd average closer to 2.3, or at least 2.3 is the number that we use a lot for averaging out housing.
So, what's the difference between Section 8 housing and low-income housing? Well, I'd like to hear it from the applicant.
Not from the audience.
This is not low income. This is apartments for middle class people. There'll be 1 bedroom apartments will be roughly about $950 a month. The 2 beds, 2 baths would be roughly around $1,100 a month. This is not really for low income. This is not for Section 8. This is just, you could go 2 baths and you can make it $1,500 or plus, and people just can't afford it. So this is just more affordable living, but not Section 8 and not for low type of class or government assistance type. This is what we're proposing here. This is just for the average middle class, working family that can afford, $950 to $1,100 a month rent.
So we have a motion to deny. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. I will call for the vote, starting with Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
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 Okay. All right.
In more local news, a person arrested for stalking several women here in town is now deemed not fit to stand trial.
Matthew Ursua, who is a defendant in a case of stalking several women in the town of Pahrump, did not make his court appearance recently before District Court Judge Robert Lane. Ursua is still being held in a facility that was tasked with ordering a mental health evaluation on the defendant to determine if he was fit to face charges. Ursua's attorney, Michael Pariente, appeared in court via telephone on behalf of his client for the status check on his client's competency on February 27th. Ursula has been charged for allegedly stalking a female former co-worker at her real estate office and at her home. Ursula also is charged with allegedly sending numerous threatening and harassing messages to several individuals. He has also reportedly sent harassing messages to attorneys, community leaders, and the media. Ursula's blogs and social media posts depicted explicit scenarios of forced sexual encounters between himself and named female individuals. Ursula came to Pahrump from Hawaii, continuing to pursue his career in journalism and real estate. He worked at KPVM for a total of 4 days. It was later discovered that Ursula had written a published book about diagnosis of schizophrenia and Asperger's syndrome, and how he says it ruined his career in the news industry. In July of 2022, Robert Lane ordered Ursula to stay away and have no contact with the female victim in this case, and was also ordered to stay away from Pahrump. During this court hearing, Matthew Ursula was found to be incompetent and cannot be made competent, and that the state will file a motion for civil commitment, and a hearing on that will take place shortly. He will remain in the facility that he is currently in until further arrangements are made for his care. He has been off social media, but he has been able to use the telephone at the facility and able to write several letters and to continue to harass individuals. The facility has been active on putting a stop to that when requested to do so by the individuals receiving the letters and calls.
So there's no future status check at this point, Judge?
No, we're going to find him incompetent, that he can't be made competent. The state will file a motion for civil commitment. We'll have a hearing on that shortly. I think you're done as far as the criminal stuff goes.
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it. Have a good day.
Thank you, Michael.
Please don't grab that remote. We'll be right back here at News 25. And if you miss any of our newscast, you can always catch us on local VTV.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, due to our recent area deluge of rain in the area, the Public Works Department is working on flood cleanup here in Pahrump. So please keep clear of the following areas: Highway 160 at the US 95 intersection, North Leslie and Linda Streets, Glen Clove Avenue, and Highway 160, Ambush Street and Calvada Boulevard, North Blagg Road. And also please find alternate routes for Basin Avenue and the Blagg Road intersection. And this morning there was a report of a herd of cows reportedly in the right-of-way between mile marker 60 and Tequima Range on Highway 376 in northern Nye County. So if you're driving in that area or any areas where you see rising waters or standing water, please use caution.
Or even those cows. All right. Well, the 5th annual Dash for Cash karaoke contest is happening at the Poorhouse later this month. Marvin Caperton tells us all about it.
Well, this is the 5th year in a row that we've had the Dash for Cash karaoke contest, the best contest in the state of Nevada, and we're giving away $3,000 in prize money. $750 to the best male and the best female, $500 to the best male and female, $250 to the third pair. Yes, it's a compilated score. It's a cumulative score, rather, and we probably go anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks, depending on how many entrants we get. We have judges that come in that hopefully don't know the contestants, and we try to change the judges for each competition. So we start anywhere from 20 to 30 competitors, and we get down to 15, and we get down to 10. From that 10, we go to 5, and we take the top 3 out of that 5, which is 6 because it's male and female. There is an entrance fee this year, and it's been quite reduced. It's only $30 this year as opposed to $70. So you're only paying $30 for a shot at $750. You're judged on your ability to sing, of course, your notes, your pitch, your knowledge of the song, your attire, and your choreography. It's better to do different songs every time. You can repeat your songs if you choose to. Other contestants can sing the same song someone else sings, but the more, quantitative, or what's the word for it? The more songs you have, the better opportunity you have to win. Yes. We start March 23rd. That's our target date. That'll be a informative session, which is a Thursday. And the competition will start that Friday, Saturday, and each Friday and Saturday after that. I'll start my show at 6 p.m., and the competition usually starts an hour after that, so the singers have an opportunity to do a warm-up song. No, there's not a people's choice. I mean, I'm sure the judges here listen to the applause and, they're swayed that way, but there is a blind genre. The final 5 have to pull a genre out of a hat, sing a song they don't know, unless they do know the song, and that makes it really, really interesting. This is at the Poorhouse, one of the finest restaurants in downtown Pahrump.
Yeah.
And definitely the best karaoke venue in the town, so come out and check it out. You can sign up at the Poorhouse anytime. The manager there has applications, or you can come to the Dread Show Friday and Saturday night and sign up at my show. My show is 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Definitely call the Poorhouse. The manager is Nahal, and he will have all the answers if I'm not there.
All right, I do want to remind everybody that the Hub will be having a karaoke contest on the 25th of March. They're also going to be having one too on Belle Vista. And we're waiting for them to send us a flyer on that, and we'll be promoting that as well.
Yes, fun for everyone, and we'll be right back.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, could hearing aids improve brain function? That's the case according to a large-scale study that found that wearing hearing aids might be helpful in preventing cognitive decline and dementia. In fact, the results show that participants who used hearing aids had a 19% decrease in their risks for long-term cognitive decline.
So this looked at over 130,000 patients in different trials across the country and found a correlation, attributable correlation of almost 20% for cognitive decline. And that's the most robust data we've ever had.
Geriatric medicine Dr. Kenneth Consalia with Cleveland Clinic, who was not directly involved in the research, says it's been known that hearing loss can impact an older individual's cognition. But this study now shows there could be a chance to help prevent that with the use of hearing devices. Researchers also discovered during the study that hearing devices were significantly associated with a 3% improvement in cognition scores that assessed general cognition in the short term. So what does all this mean for the general public? Dr. Consalia says the findings highlight the importance of addressing hearing loss sooner than later.
Formal hearing tests are covered by Medicare and should be part of the workup for patients who are worried about memory changes and want to be proactive to combat cognitive decline before it sets in.
And if you or someone you know has trouble hearing, the FDA has recently authorized the sale of over-the-counter hearing aids, which not only makes those devices more accessible, but also more affordable.
And Mikey has some St. Paddy's Day events that are happening. He's going to tell us all about it.
Looking to paint the town green this St. Patrick's Day? The Stage Stop Casino and the 5, 10, 15 restaurant will be serving corned beef and cabbage from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. They're located at 100 West Stagecoach Road in Pahrump. Or go catch some live music at Artesian Cellars with Rut Row Music. That's happening on St. Patrick's Day from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. If you wish to make reservations, call 775-600-7144. Other options in Vegas include Hogs and Heifers Saloon will be hosting the St. Patrick's Day Parade and Firefighters Challenge Games. The parade will start at noon on Fremont Street and Main Street. The games start at 1 p.m. Or check out the Fremont Street Experience, the Shamrock Bash, which is going on until March 19th. 18 bands will take the stage for 144 hours of music, including the Arcana Kings, Darby O'Gill, and Finnegan's Wake. If you're planning on drinking this St. Patrick's Day, local officials are partnering with Lyft to get you there safely. It's part of the Zero Fatalities program through the Nevada Department of Public Safety. From noon Friday to noon Saturday, you can get $5 off a Lyft Pass rideshare. All you have to do is download the latest version of the Lyft app, find the payment tab, click Add Lyft Pass, and use the code STPATSRIDE 2023. The company said the discount will automatically apply when your ride meets the rules. Whatever you do this St. Patrick's Day, have a great one and stay safe.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, let's take a look outside through our live Lerner and Rowe weather cam and look at those clouds in the sky. Yes, are more storms rolling in? We'll find out after the break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. This is John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios and worldwide on that local BTV app. If you don't have the app, you can't win the prize. And that's all I'm saying about that. Currently 51 degrees, 52 out in Fallon. Carson City got all the way up to 48, but they didn't quite get the Cool Spot Award winner. No, that's Tonopah. 46 degrees, 48 in Goldfield. We got 59 out in Beatty. Amargosa's got the right attitude at 64 degrees, a Hot Spot Award winner. First time this week. Congratulations, Las Vegas, almost there at 63. And out in Death Valley, it's a big burly 75 desert degrees, but here in the paradise of Pahrump, let's take a look. It's 60. How about that? 62 just a little bit earlier. That was today's high. Winds kindly out of the west and northwest, just 6 miles per hour. Humidity not a factor this morning as the sun rose at 6:53 in all its glory and majesty and hope for the new day. It's setting this evening. Look for it about hour and 22 minutes. It'll go down at 6:52 under clear skies. We're heading down to a low tonight at 38 degrees. But look at that humidity tuning up to 43%. Kind of smells like a cloud in my future. Look at this. Oh, a little cloud. Oh, well, actually clouds all week pretty much. Temperatures staking into the low and mid 60s. Until about Sunday, Monday, and then the winds start kicking up and the temperature starts dropping down. Tuesday looks like we're going to have some rain, 22-mile-an-hour winds driving it sideways, and that's just an average. I'm sure we're going to have some bigger gusts here and there. And we finish out the week at the 57 degrees under a clear sky. That'll be quite a Thursday to look forward to, and this weekend doesn't look too shabby either. All right, so make some plans, have some fun. Back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
Thanks so much, John. Well, we want to let everybody know that if you are needing a ride on St. Patrick's Day and your local here, Integrity Taxi, and they are also in Vegas as well. That's right. 751-1111. That's 751-1111. Exactly. And then there's a Honk and Wave event at Inspiration Senior Living right there on Honeysuckle. It's from 9:30 until 10 a.m. Have a great time. Get all dressed up in Honk and Wave at the residence there at Inspiration Senior Living right off of Pahrump Valley Boulevard in Honeysuckle. And there's a homeless wraparound happening at Nye Communities Coalition, and that is from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. That's at 1020 East Wilson, and that is from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. The homeless wraparound event. Thanks so much for Nye Communities Coalition for having that event as well.
Yes, very important community work.
It is, definitely. And thanks for joining us here on KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Unette Gentry, and have a happy St. Patrick's Day tomorrow.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.